We've got NBA basketball in store for you. We're live at the American Airlines Center. We're in Dallas, Texas, the home of the Mavericks, all live on 2K Sports. The excitement of the NBA is on the way. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Tim Legler, along with our reporter, Allie LaForce. Now, here's Dunn. Dirk Nowitzki unable to get his shot to go. Leonard on the wing. Pass to Lopez. Back to Leonard. LaFrance pulls it in. Nowitzki outside. Over Collins. Nowitzki, no good. Jumps up. Put it down hard! Watch out below. Woo!
One of the most explosive young bigs we have. Collins quick off the floor and gets creative at the rim.
A nice shot by Nash.
Watching the trajectory on a floater never gets old. One of the most fun ways to score that this league has.
Leonard with no one around. Buries it from three-point range.
And Leonard knows that corner three is an important shot in terms of spacing out the defense. Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside. That's just a smart play right there. The right pass to a ready shooter.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And so much to like about the shooting ability from Dirk. He has revolutionized the big guys stretching the floor. Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
You know, he's smaller for the center position by NBA standards, but his leaping ability more than makes up for his lack of height.
Nowitzki's shot's good.
A mid-range specialist. All Nowitzki needs is a little wiggle room, and he's going to let it go.
Back to Jackson. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Pass to Nowitzki. Over to the left wing. Six to shoot. Basket counts. Nowitzki's got 7.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And now they are just going to keep riding that momentum with the hot hand.
Here's Sanders. Off target at the rim. Now the Mavericks with it. Down low. Here's Nowitzki. And Nowitzki slams it in.
Love when Nowitzki finishes with the dunk, showing some outstanding lift on that one.
Here's Jackson, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Jackson's got his second bucket.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
It's Nowitzki on the wing. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
This is why they will go to him often. He's going to take and make shots. And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
Pass to Nowitzki. .46 seconds left in the first. And the jam by Dirk Nowitzki.
And Nowitzki is a lethal scorer. Feels like he can knock down any shot on the court.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Batum. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Now Nash. Outside Griffin. The fadeaway. Dirk Nowitzki again. Nowitzki's got 15.
Yeah, he goes to the fadeaway right there. I think he thought the defense was a little bit closer.
Ooh, Dirk Nowitzki has been leading the charge for Dallas. They kept going to him again. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Mavericks.
Guys, the post-production has been off the charts. I just like the strategy because it'll open up more offense later on. Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Nowitzki in the post. Plays it up and banks it in. Nowitzki's got the lead up to 4 now for Dallas.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And here's Nash. Inside. And Bradley gets it to go. Bradley's got his first 2 points.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two. How about the inbound pass there? Easy bucket.
Pass to Nowitzki. Leonard with the steal. To the paint. Here's Collins. And finish off by Collins.
This is as easy as it gets for Collins. Once he establishes position, the defense is toast.
Nash outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Off target from outside. The Clippers trail. And done with the slam.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
And it results in the highest percentage look you're going to get.
Pass to Finley. A 3. Nowitzki left side. Good for the basket. Number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night.
They're loving the confidence. Just rise and be free, and you know you can do this.
Well, his great advantage is that he can shoot over the top of almost any defender.
And so Don Nelson calls a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Pass to Bradley, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
Whenever he gets that close to the hoop, he finishes with authority.
Batum. Rebounded by Naharov. To the middle. Out to Nash. Back to Bradley. Nice pass. Right under the rack perfectly for the layup. Now it's a 4-point Dallas lead. Here's Sanders. And the dunk by Sanders.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Here's Nash. And it's blocked. Miller inside. And it's Miller with the jam.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Nash right side. Just 5 on the clock.
Come on.
Miller grabs the miss. To the inside. Whoops, they pick off the pass. There's 31 seconds left in the second quarter. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. And so Don Nelson calls a timeout, looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. So it's both teams making substitutions here. We've got 22 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Pass to LaFrance. Back to Nash. Here's Nowitzki with 2 seconds left. Doesn't go that time. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. The Clippers on top. They're up by 1. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Down low, here's Lopez, and Lopez throws it down.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
When every possession matters, your defense has to be better.
There's the triple. Lopez, no luck. The Mavericks trail. Nash with it. It's Nowitzki on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Here's Van Exel. It's a hand on it. Great positioning on the putback. LaFrance has got his first points of the game.
Wow, that is just great work, and he got rewarded with that tip-in.
And the dunk by Lopez.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
And so Don Nelson calls a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. Here's Nash. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Fades away. And the shot is good from Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got 23. Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Lopez from long range. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn.
It catches people off guard to see what a smooth stroke Lopez has for a big fella.
Nowitzki outside. Lets it go from 14. Nice touch on the bank shot. Nowitzki's got the game tied up here for the Mavs. Nash right side. Back to Nowitzki. Nash outside. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And another basket for Dallas.
And the quickness of Nash's game, just taking a shot there before the defense has a chance to react.
And then Jones with the jam.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. And so Don Nelson calls a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. To Van Exel. Back to Nash. Now here's Nowitzki. Some nice passing here by Dallas. It's up a 3. Rebounded by Jackson. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back.
And you gotta love how hard Leonard works to support the team. He's right where they need him to finish there on that break.
To the paint. Nowitzki playing big on the inside.
Just a terrific all-around scoring effort from him. I mean, it's because of that they're even in this game.
Here's Jackson. Mavericks with the rebound. It's to Van Exel. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And there is a whistle. That'll go on Derek Jones. That's his first foul. Nash outside. Now Van Exel. Pocket 6. The fader. And the basket by Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got 29 in the game. Now here's Sanders. Banked in off the glass.
Yeah, I love that. He comes off the pick and takes it right to the hole.
And here are the Mavericks now. Pass to Nowitzki. And that one drops. And that's 31 points for Nowitzki.
The action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
That is just beautiful ball movement. Unselfish basketball.
Here's Nowitzki. Good, and the assist goes to Nash. Nowitzki's got 14 points now in the second half.
And Nash is an incredible passer. Seems like he has eyes in the back of his head sometimes. One of the best.
The Mavericks have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. And the first one drops. And so Nash nails both of them.
And one of the responsibilities with being a great player is making free throws.
Inside, here's Jackson to Sanders. Puts it up from 12, and it's Bradley with the rebound. Here's Nowitzki, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Mavericks lead. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Here is Nash. Pass to Nowitzki. Back to Nash. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
And so Don Nelson calls a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Well, over the break, I listened in on what the head coach for the Mavericks was getting across in their huddle. He told them, no time to celebrate. The work is not finished. We've got to stick with it and keep growing what we've got here. Words of wisdom for his squad. Back to you.
Thank you, Allie. And it's Leonard missing. Mavericks leading by 4. Nash outside. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. Clippers trail by 4. Dunn looking over the floor. Pass to Leonard. Hits from the high post. Leonard's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Los Angeles.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
And you can just see their confidence is growing.
With some arc, Lopez grabs the board. Pass to Collins. And finished off by Collins.
And that's 2 tough points from Collins. Willing to mix it up down low.
And so Don Nelson calls a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Pass to Bradley. And here is Nowitzki. Lopez covering. Back to Bradley. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
This is what the fans came to see. A lot of great plays going back and forth.
The Mavericks leading. And there's a whistle. That'll go on Jarrett Jones. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Clippers making a change here.
Now the floor for Los Angeles. Number 14.
Here's Bradley. Just 5 to shoot. Now Nowitzki. Nowitzki with the muscle.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Here's Leonard. Good Kawhi working near the hoop.
Showing no hesitation, and in a huge moment, Kawhi wants the ball when they need a bucket.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Now Nash. Shoots. No stopping that baby hook on the fly. Clippers trailed by 4. Here's Jones. There's the pick. Leonard. No good from 3.
Well, let's make no mistake about it. If you want to cut into this lead, you're going to have to generate much better shots than that.
Now Nowitzki. Poked away. One up from 19. That's off. Fast break. Here we go. Leonard fires. And down goes the free.
Well, controlling your heart rate in big moments like this is something that coaches talk about, and this guy can do it. Interior passing is so difficult if you aren't precise. They were right there. Nice work.
Jones. Off the glass.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Completely unfazed by what's at stake. That's just clutch. Well, he's having a big scoring night, but he's doing it extremely efficiently. This is impressive. Well, he led his teammate and hit him in stride. You really can't do it any better than that.
Here's Nowitzki. Lopez rips down the rebound. Leonard on the wing. Pocket pass to the paint, and he punches it home.
Yeah, Leonard really utilizing the vision to find the crack in the defensive coverage.
Here's Nowitzki. And here is Van Exel. And so Don Nelson calls a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Guys, what are their best options now?
And this is it, guys. Down one, they've got just enough time to work it around for a good shot, and it better be a good shot because it's the only shot they have.
Just 3 to shoot. Fires the 3. Down it goes for 3.
Well, the combination of his length with that shooting range makes him a huge part of this offense.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. And talking about the approach now, what are they looking at?
And the only chance here is a lob at the front of the rim. A tip in to tie the game. There's not enough time